Yeah, brother. So anybody who asks me about strength and conditioning, I refer to Ross Enamate. Now, ironically, I don't know Ross Enamate. I was turned on to him by a friend of mine named Sean Davis, an old workout friend, high school football player friend of mine that spent his life dedicated to getting people in shape, owned a few gyms, worked at gyms, of course, and whatnot. And Ross is very much like Sean, but tailored towards the fight game. I would call Ross's training a lot like HIT, and it is very much like that. Although HIT, of course, has been bastardized itself, right? Like periods of intensity with periods of relaxation, right? Which is exactly how a fight goes, including the rounds in between. But Ross has a system where he puts that together, where you're doing strength training, where you're doing, fast twitch muscle training, where you're doing, cardio training all together at once. And in that, he hits all three cardio systems. Now, I highly suggest you getting Ross's books. He's got a book called Ross Training Out. For a combat sports athlete, it's absolutely essential. If you're going to do any strength and conditioning at all outside of hard sparring and hard rolling, you should be doing what Ross tells you to do for sure. Now, the bad news, you can't geographically pick fat off your body. Love handles will go when everything else goes, like when your body goes down. Now, the bad sign of that is if you have huge love handles, a lot of times that's genetic. Now, the good news, we can all always constantly improve our body. So the better shape we get in, the more we lose things like love handles, breast tissue like I have, and things like that. So yeah, listen, I recommend anybody looking to get in better strength and better conditioning to look up Ross Animate, to follow his systems, just the smallest things. And one of the greatest things about Ross, if not the greatest, is guys, we pay a fortune in fitness, right? People are obsessed with it, right? Feeling good and getting in better shape and whatnot. And really, it doesn't cost anything. Ross will teach you how to make your own home gym on a budget of $100, right? Like you'll have enough tools where you can work out every day and get different workouts in every day off virtually no money. And that's the purpose for a guy like Ross. But fighters, the reason Ross did that is because he knows fighters don't have any money, right? Like when you're fighting until you're a superstar, guess what? You're paying to fight essentially. Especially those beginning guys that get $400 for their pro debut. You think they're not spending $400 on various things they need to do to get in shape for that? Of course they are. But yeah, he is the best in the business. He is the gold standards. I've heard a few UFC fighters give shout outs like, hey, did a Ross Animate workout, and that's cool, man. I'm all about it. Now, unfortunately, during my career, everything was hard sparring, Sean Strickland style. But I'm not saying that's wrong or right. It is what it is. I wish I had known about Ross's system and done more stuff like that to get in shape. Instead, I was doing long distance runs. He'll tell you why that doesn't work either.